Hello everyone, Arosa Shadow with you, or simply Miss Arosa. This is my first video in the conventional SPEEDPAINT format, so don't charge too harshly. In this video I will tell you a little about my upcoming project and also a little about my universe Immortality for Survival. You will find more details on my Instagram and Twitter, and if you want to see more exclusive content or get a discount on my first order of art or 3D, you can support me on Patreon. Details and links you can be found in the description. So let's get to the video. Back in November I planned to release my first Utau song, but my laptop was taken for repairs and had to be postponed until December. One of my characters will sing, namely Djuni Sakurai, whose SPEEDPAINT you can now watch. She sings about her favorite soft toy Tigger. Please don't confuse with a Disney tiger, they are two different characters. He leaves at night and returns in the morning, and once every few years he is able to talk to her. Djuni knows practically nothing. Who is she? Why has she been living for more than 100 years? Who is Tigger? And why haven't she and her sister found their brother yet? Therefore she is trying to find out more from Tigger. One night little Djuni followed him and found out what he was doing while she was sleeping, and then he had no other choice but to return some of her memories. The tiger is not just a toy. In fact, when Djuni's parents created him in the laboratory, they gave him sentient knowledge and sealing him in the body of the toy. He will remain in this state until a lunar eclipse occurs and Mamoru, Djuni and Lilith awaken their abilities. But I will tell about this another time, leaving the intrigue. On February 1st, 2021, I released a cover of Sweet Tiger to the music of Melanie Martinez' Teddy Bear. You can find the link in the hint at the top of the screen. I recorded my voice and then processed it on my phone, but this year I decided to make a full-fledged song. I changed the lyrics of the song as well as the image of Djuni. The song will be performed in Japanese and English in the Utau program. You can listen to it on my SoundCloud. The link is in the description. The song itself will be released towards the end of December, and in January I will start working on the storyboard for 2D animation and location for 3D animation. Yes, this song will be in several variations. You can see the process of creation animations on my Instagram and also on Patreon. And also, if you like some 3D location I made for the song Sweet Tiger, I will do a survey and post one of the locations on my Patreon with a paid subscription. Well, now let's move on to the song itself. Why exactly the Utau program? This is because I don't know sing, but I have a lot of desire. Of course, it would be possible to use the Vocaloid program, but at the moment I don't have the opportunity to purchase it. Therefore, the Utau program is an excellent opportunity. Of course, each course has its own nuances and problems, but in general, everything worked out for me. Just by recording just one of your voices louder or quieter, you can edit it, add flags and create several voices for different characters in different languages. I won't explain the process in detail, you can find tutorials on the internet yourself. At the moment, the voice bank for Djuni in Japanese has already been recorded and processed. All that remains is to write the music for the song, as well as record the English voice bank, so the English version of the song will be released a little later. In fact, a year ago I planned to start working with the Utau program, but I still couldn't get around to it. At first it was very difficult and it wasn't totally clear what should be done. Where I do begin? But after finding tutorials on YouTube as well as on the Wikifandom website, I was able to figure it out. The most difficult things for me was this: setting up voice bank, setup tuning, and in variations of flags. But literally a month later, I made and customized several options for Sakurai Djuni's voice: regular, concert, demonic, and children's. The song Sweet Tigger will be performed in her regular voice, but if you want to hear other versions of her voice, be sure to write to me about in the comments or on any social networks. The voices for other characters will be done in the future. I can't say exactly when yet, but I will definitely let you know about it. Also, I decided to redesign Juni's image, because it seemed to me that the 2021 version looks a bit rustic and doesn't really fit the song. Therefore, I completely changed the design and drew two concept arts, an adult and a child version of Juni, and in my opinion, her new designs look much better. Write what you think about this in the comments. I remind that you will find all the art and the drawing process on my social networks. I skipped the line drawing process because the video will be too long and drawn out. And if anyone is interested, I will record the music for the song in program FL Studio 21. When the song comes out, I will definitely write in the description under the video the name of all the programs that I use, so you won't have to look for them for long. Regarding the visuals, I wanted two projects to be in my current style, which you see now at the screens, but it's very difficult to animate, so for art, animation and comics there will be three separate styles of mine that I'm working hard on literally day after day. And I remind you, so as not to miss anything important, please go to my social networks and follow my work and life there. And now I will briefly talk about my universe, Immortality for Survival. The story consists of 4 parts, each of which tells its own story, however each of which is interconnected. I'm planning to create my own web series for about 4 seasons in 2D format using frame-by-frame animations and also with elements of cross-cut animation. I've been working on this project since 2018, constantly changing something. At the moment I've almost completed the lore and plot, but the setting needs some more work. There are already several concept art of one of the locations on my Patreon, but with the characters it's a little more difficult, since there are about 200 of them, if not more, and their designs change very often. So if everything goes smoothly, then in a year I'll finish the development and move on the animation stage. I would like to clarify that I'm working on everything alone, and therefore the process is not going as quickly as I would like. In my universe there are their own worlds, cities and countries with their own individual names. And also, in addition to people, there are such races as angels, demons, vampires, witches, yokais, zombies, gods, and many others. If you are interested in the topic and want to know more about the plot and about my universe as a whole, then write about it in the comments, since there it's a lot of information and it will not be possible to fit everything into this video. Also, I will animate this drawing that you now see on the screen in the Live 2D Cubism program. You can see the creation process on my Patreon. I sat on this art longer than ever, almost a week, plus edition the video, so I will be very grateful to you if you rate my video by liking and subscribing to the channel. And of course don't forget to comment, but I probably finish here. Thanks for watching, see you later.